When I say the words Mario plush tuber, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Not fucking him! Despite the fact I never really talk about them, I did actually watch a fair amount of Mario plush content during my younger years, although eventually I just kinda slipped away from that and just watched SML mainly for a while. It's like getting addicted to heroin, like you're not just gonna go back to weed after that, you know? I watched a lot of various plush tubers back in the day, large and small, but I did mainly stick to the big guys. If you ignore the obvious, I'd say the big three of Mario plush tubers is SuperMarioRichie, CrazyMarioBros, and CubeMarioBros, and I used to watch a fair bit of all of these guys. So today, I wanted to go over all three of them, their rises or downfalls, and where they are today. This is probably pretty similar to the Sonic plush tubers video, which you should all go watch after this one if you haven't already. So yeah. I have nothing more to say, so let's just get right into it.
Rich people shit, billionaire shit, rich people shit, trillionaire shit.
First on the chopping block, we have someone I want to talk about for a very long time, SuperMarioRichie. To all the people who are waiting for you to follow up on what I said in the SL Perry Channel's video, you're in luck now. Despite the modern tragedy that is the life of Logan 30acre, I think Richie might just be the most interesting plush tuber ever.
Back when I did this, I was young. I didn't understand the concept of incest and what that is.
His story is just so bizarre, mainly for one thing I'll get into in a minute, but I just really want to cover it since not many other people have gone like in depth with him before. The tale of Richie begins like many others, copying SML with his first series, Mario and Luigi. I don't think I can say that word.
I don't think I should say it.
Thankfully, this series was relatively short-lived. I mean, it got 3 seasons, but also ended 10 years ago, so yeah, we're good. He would then move on to more fruitful escapades like Wario's potty training and Iggy Pump. The main thing Richie is known for is being the one to popularize the use of the Koopalings as main characters in plush videos, with them being more or less his central cast. In the really old videos from when Richie was like 12, there used to be like this fucking love triangle between the Koopalings, but yeah, I mean, there's 7 of them, so I guess it's more like a love dodecahedron, but Richie would later admit this just because as a child he didn't know what incest was, and thankfully he doesn't do this shit anymore. So all good. I hope that's still really funny to me. Out of all the Koopalings, I'd say Iggy and Morton are like the main two. Morton is just stupid and he likes fish, which, like, sure, whatever, I guess, better than most. And then Iggy is also stupid, but he screams a lot.
You're a man, and you have a mustache, and turn around. Oh, I see the problem. Your joke's at the back. It's in the wrong place. She's a man. He's a man.
My favorite one though is probably Roy. He's the cool one. He does cool things, and he calls everybody chump. It's great. Iggy was the breakout star of SuperMarioRichie though, definitely having the most videos attached to him, early on at least. However, there is one Iggy video that stands out from the rest. That video being called The Dark Twist. The Dark Twist is the second part of the video Iggy's New Voice, in which Iggy hits puberty and Ludwig teaches him how to jack off, don't question it. Anyways, in The Dark Twist, Iggy reveals he's been secretly smart the whole time, and he uses his magic along with a Nintendo Switch to escape the Matrix or some shit, and discovers the real world and the channel he's on. But he sees how happy his stupid persona made people, so he rewrites the timeline and leaves behind a stupid clone of himself in the main universe so he can explore the multiverse freely. It's like Fortnite when you leave the loop and it leaves a snapshot of you behind. I really hope at least one person watching this understands what that means. And then this happens. I don't know why this is so funny to me.
Oh! Hi, Mr. Frog. You're not supposed to be here.
Anyways, while Iggy's exploring, he discovers an alternate dimension with this weird Larry Koopa-looking character, and then this, dear viewers, is our segue into the thing I made this entire video to talk about. Because, you see, Richie does not just have one channel, he has 2, and the second one might just be the most fucking insane thing ever. That channel, of course, being SMR Stories. SMR Stories is a channel where Richie uploads plush videos targeted towards a more mature audience, which you might think sounds stupid. The channel is home to 2 series, Path of the Psycho and Thug Life. Thug Life is a GTA parody series, kind of, I think. We'll get into that later. But for now, I want to talk about what is, in my opinion at least, probably the most wild plush series ever made. The series I've been hyping up this whole time, Path of the Psycho. Now you may be wondering why. What makes this series so special? And to answer that, it is because POTP here is essentially a biopic made by Richie about his own life using Mario plushies. The main character is this guy named Cody, no relation to the other guy, and he's Richie's just self-insert. The series is more or less just Richie venting about how shitty his life is through these dolls with bits of embellishment here and there for the sake of the story. Mainly towards the end, like, you know, Richie never killed anybody, for example, that we know of. But besides stuff like that, almost every event is just something that happened to him around the time. From what I know, the characters are named after the real people they're inspired by, too. There are points where it gets, like, uncomfortable to watch, not because of what's actually happening to the plush toys, but because I just feel like I'm prying into some random teen's personal life. It feels weird.
I just walked in on him while I was using the washroom. You don't prank people like that. Are you gay or something? What? No, what the fuck? No.
Almost every episode is just Cody and his friends getting beat up at school, or Cody's dad abusing him. We see Cody cutting himself, getting into relationships that don't last, getting allegations.
Not a groomer. I'm just a loser.
That's what he made me do, and that's what I did. I did that so he wouldn't beat me out. My father was the equivalent to a school bully at my fucking school. Imagine that, you'd get bullied at your school and then come home and be bullied even more. Imagine that!
This video is 18 minutes long.
Share with you. Thank you all for being by my side, for the people that were. And if you weren't, then fuck you. I hope you die.
It's so, like, I'm 14 and this is deep coded, but, like, also just genuinely feels like I'm watching some random kid have a mental breakdown. I don't know if I should be laughing or calling the police. This channel was basically Richie's therapy couch for a while. The show is 89 episodes long, by the way, and it's just so strange. Like, why would you choose to characterize yourself like this? Why would you upload these? I am fairly sure he was like 16 when he made these, so like I don't blame him too much for thinking this was a good idea to make. Apparently he was inspired by a Mick Juggernaut's Psycho series. I've never seen it, but whatever, I guess. It's just really funny to me that these exist. Also, this series is like 8 or 9 years old, by the way. Okay, like, don't take it the wrong way. Alright, like, this, it's fine. I'm allowed to make fun of this, it's fine. The statute limitation, it's up, it's fine. There is a season 2 that's more recent. It's not as wild, just because it's not like a direct, like, retelling of Richie's life anymore. It's more like Euphoria with Mario plushies. Or at least what I imagine Euphoria is like. I've never seen Euphoria. The most notable thing from Season 2 is that it introduces a new character to the series, this character being an Iggy plush named Wesley. He seems normal at first, but if you're a Super Mario Richie lore aficionado like me, otherwise known as a loser, then you'd know immediately something is screwy here. And would you fucking believe it? In the finale, he's revealed to be Dark Twist Iggy. It's all fucking connected, baby. The Richie timeline, it's all coming together. I am not crazy! And then, of course, we have Thug Life. I'm not gonna go as in-depth with Thug Life, just because, personally, I don't like it that much, and it's much less interesting to me.
How about you fuck up, you faggot?
Whoa, Richie, I don't think you can say that, man. Basically, it all started back in 2017 with a video on the SuperMarioRichie channel titled Thug Life. Essentially, Richie was getting a lot of hate at the time from, like, children who accused him of copying Logan because he had Bowser Jr. in his videos, I guess. So in order to quell these commenters, he replaced Junior with this new Junior, who was this, like, thug gangster Junior with sunglasses who hung out with Roy and shit. This Junior was originally planned to be the new main version of Junior on the channel. However, the die-hard Richie-ers absolutely hated it, so Richie decided to instead turn to a storyline in which this was actually an evil alternate reality Junior who kidnapped the main Junior, who you could actually see tied up in the background of a few videos. The storyline would be concluded in the video The Real Junior, in which the two would finally clash. They'd go head-to-head, and the evil Ultra Junior would return back to his home dimension or something. Now, we wouldn't learn why exactly this Junior was here and where he came from, or any of that shit, until 2019 in the series Thug Life. Missed opportunity for there to be an episode of Thug Life titled Super Mario Richie, like how the episode of Better Call Saul titled Breaking Bad. Like I said, I won't go too in depth with Thug Life, but essentially in that series we learned that this Junior's name is actually Jake, and once again, we see Dark Twist Iggy, who is actually the one who gave Jake the thing he used in the real Junior to go back to the Thug Life timeline. I'm telling you, it's all fucking connected! But anyways, SMR Stories hasn't uploaded since the POTP Season 2 finale nearly 5 years ago. Even though Richie has teased a potential Thug Life Season 2, I'm still fucking waiting, man. But Super Mario Richie has been the main focus, kind of. Because that channel has also been kind of dead for a while now. He posts every now and again. We get like 5 videos a year maybe, and they're all quite long, so while I haven't watched too many of them myself since I've kind of fallen off Super Richie, it seems he is still at least putting in a lot of effort into what he makes, which, you know, is good. Really, just the main thing he does now is these in-character live streams. The Kooplings play various games, and I mean, you know, whatever, it's harmless, who gives a shit. What I do know though is that a lot of his more modern videos just kind of feature him like borderline harassing strangers in public for no reason. It's fucking hard to watch sometimes, dude. It takes me back to POTP, man.
Excuse me, man. I'm going to go over. Okay, I'll let the kids slide, but next time you're gonna die.
In his Mario movie video, he gets kicked out of various places by security and still makes it part of the content. This man won't be legally allowed to leave his house by the time he's 30, bro. He uploads plush collections every year. That's like an oddly consistent part of his schedule. He looks like this, by the way. I've seen people say he looks like a weird, like half-developed clone of Logan. You know what? I can see it. But that's about it for Richie. I know that was just me shitting on him mainly, but I gotta be real, I still have a soft spot for this channel. I watched him a lot when I was younger. He's forever ruined the way I see Larry Koopa.
You think of me, you twisted fuck.
Am I ever gonna watch him consistently again? Probably not, but I will always have some respect for him for being a part of my childhood and one of my plush tubing inspirations. Richie, if you see this, please make Path of Psycho Season 3. That's all I ask.
Imagine that you'd get bullied at your school and then come home and be bullied even more. Imagine that!
You agree to that?
But you can't, because you're
CrazyMarioBros is one of the largest plush channels on YouTube, and by technicality, is the largest Mario plush channel on the platform. His content is, or maybe I should say was, probably like the most generic Mario plush content you could ever imagine. Like, there's nothing really that stands out about these videos themselves. Like, literally, he's like the factory default settings of what a plush channel looks like, you know? Probably one of the things he's most well known for is just how fucking, like, rancid and filthy the Mario plush he uses is. It looks like a fucking cum rag.
Use the sock for,
Love making, yes.
yeah.
Yeah, it usually gets washed before it gets like that.
The main thing I remember about his videos, though, is that they were just, like, really fucking boring and long for no real reason. Remember he made a 30-minute long skibbity toilet video where, like, just actually nothing happens for the whole runtime? It's just the characters going to a random place, dicking around for way too long, rinse and repeat. He also did in-character gaming videos, because a lot of plush viewers did in-character gaming videos. I mean, you know, this is why not? Easy views. He did this in the Mr. Beast video he was in for some reason. And yes, you heard me right. He was in a Mr. Beast video. His content actually shares a lot of similarities with someone like Mr. Beast in the sense that it's inoffensive visual shovelware made to appeal to the lowest common denominator and contains about as much depth as a baby sensory video. Another idea he took from Jimmy Beast is making multiple channels that just dub his videos in other languages. So if you ever want to watch CrazyMarioBros in Portuguese or Spanish, then you can do that.
Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium. 2 copies.
You probably noticed by now that I have not been all that nice to this channel, and that's for reasons that we'll get into now. Now, I've never done something like this before, but I'm gonna try to handle covering this with as much care and respect as I can, given how this may actually be a lot of you guys' first time hearing about this, since there aren't really any videos on YouTube covering it with that many views at least. I'm gonna give more of an abbreviated version of events here, but if you want to learn the full thing for yourself, I'll have the original doc link in the description for you to read. And final thing, trigger warning for the topics of grooming and sexual harassment or sexual assault. Skip this timestamp if you would like to skip this section. But anyhow, on July 14th of last year, a Twitter user by the @Fowler is Plant would post a Google document covering their own experiences with Crazy, or Ian, as I'll be referring to him as from here on out. Fowler is Plant, or just Plant, as I'll be referring to them as from here on out, just for simplicity's sake, claims that Ian groomed them for 2 years, starting when they were 10, ending when they were 12, and when Ian would have been 16 when it started and 18 when it ended. Plant did lie about their age, however, claiming to be 3 years older than they really were, meaning Ian would have believed that they were 13 and 15. The document details how the two of them met, that being through the CrazyMarioBros Discord server, where Plant will be made a moderator just 4 days after joining, when Ian took an interest in them, claiming them to be very mature for their age, along with showing various examples of Ian employing some very standard grooming tactics such as love bombing and guilt tripping. Ian would also constantly demand Plant sext with him, and later coerce them into sending nude photos of themselves on more than one occasion. The document does have several screenshots to back up Plant's claims, although for legal reasons, I'll just say this is all currently still alleged. These are merely allegations, quote unquote. A second anonymous person would then share some more screenshots to further back up the original document's claims, just showing more examples of Ian just kind of being a general sex pest. Plant would then release a second doc that's more so just about how Ian's actions affected their life and mental health personally, along with providing, again, a few more screenshots, and I'll link both those below too. Plant has said they don't see Ian as a pedophile, given how he was unaware of the true age gap, but still a sex-addicted pervert and someone who violated their sexual boundaries several times, despite attempts to tell him to stop. I'm not gonna, interlude too much on what Plant themselves has said, but I will add my own 2 cents and just say that I personally think an 18 and 15 age gap is still pretty odd. And also, you can groom someone without being a pedophile by definition. The power imbalance between the two of them would be like a textbook example. Again, allegedly, if everything stated is in fact true. At the time of recording, this all came out a little over a year ago, and Ian is yet to make any form of response other than shutting down his Discord server. He's gone completely inactive on all his socials, including YouTube, with the weird exception being those aforementioned Spanish and Portuguese channels, which are actually still receiving uploads fairly frequently. Of course, just being dubs of older Crazy Mario Bros. Videos. I can only assume that Ian doesn't run these channels himself, and it's just whoever he paid to dub the videos for him is posting them for him or whatever. But I don't know. But either way, this is why there hasn't been a new Crazy Mario Bros. Video ever since December of 2024. Gotta be real with you, the silence speaks volumes. I mean, I understand, maybe you're not making proper content in a situation like this, but him not even saying anything, I mean, again, this is all alleged, but that feels kind of incriminating to me. I can't lie. It's very unlikely at this point that Ian will ever return to the internet, let alone address the allegations. So yeah, that's the long and short of where Crazy went. Sorry if the tonal shift was a little abrupt, but you can't really talk about, Crazy without covering this. I gotta be honest though, I don't think we're really missing much without him. I'm not just saying this because of the allegations, but I mean, there never really was anything super special about Crazy Mario Bros. I thought that for a while. Yeah, I used to watch when I was a kid, but he was always just sort of the guy that I watched when there was nothing else to watch? His stuff wasn't necessarily awful or anything, just sort of nothing and really forgettable. I mean, really, there was nothing about Crazy that stood out. He wasn't particularly funny, he didn't have super well-written stories or really good editing or amazing voice acting or anything. He didn't bring anything particularly innovative or inspiring to the genre. He was always just sort of there, and now he isn't. And you know what? I'm willing to bet most of you haven't even noticed. He probably just fled the country anyways, took his Mario plush money and ran some DB Cooper type shit.
Aww. So cute. So cute.
Alright, let's end things on a more lighthearted note. The cute Mario Bros, the far superior CMB, and the very first ever Mario Plus channel, and still one of my personal favorites. What can I say? Just true classic, never goes out of style.
He says that his favorite characters are Mario, Luigi, Jack, and Luigi's neighbor Phil. How's he doing? He's dead.
I already have a whole entire video about Cute Mario Bros. You can check that out if you want after this. It isn't very good, but hey, it's there. So we all know SML, right? I mean, how can we not? Look at all those views, boy! Why the hell is this how I chose to start the video? There really haven't been any major new developments with these guys since my last video, so this segment's gonna be a lot shorter than the other ones, and I'll just give sort of like a Cliff Notes version of their history. But if you want a more in-depth look, then again, you can go watch the older video. The Cute Mario Bros was a channel owned and ran by two lifelong friends, Tyler and Kenny. The oldest video on the channel, Find Yoshi, was published in 2007, but there were other videos that are long gone that date all the way back to 2006, making them the very first people ever to post plush videos on YouTube. Over the next 14 years, the duo would post a decent amount of videos and amass over 300,000 subscribers, becoming some of the first ever people to have really well done special effects and legitimate written planned out storylines and arcs for their plush videos, while also just being generally really funnier than most. And their show eventually basically become just a sitcom. This was all until officially announcing their retirement in 2020 and uploading their last video in 2021. They said they had plans to make Summer Fun 4 as their huge series finale video, which would have been a big road trip with all the main characters. However, this video was never finished or released, leaving Cousin Ouija as their final plush video, and a reaction to their Mario Run episode as the last video overall. In the 5 years since their retirement, the two have gone their separate ways and also gone to pursue their own passions full-time, with Tyler becoming the lead singer of a fairly successful indie rock band called the Youth Fountain, and Ricky, while living a more private life now, is apparently working at an animation studio. The most recent update that I know of, at least, is an Instagram post by Ricky on the official Cute Mario Bros account, showing he got Charles Martinet to sign the iconic Luigi plush and Mario figure used in the old videos. These two are now probably, objectively speaking, some of, if not the most valuable piece of Mario merchandise on the planet, and I think that's very funny. Tyler is still fairly active on social media though, promoting his music and sharing parts of his life. He even got married recently, so good for him. It is essentially 0% chance they ever return to plush tubing, but you know what? That's fine. They left behind a legacy of videos to be proud of, and like I said, they're still in my top 5 favorite plush tubers to this day. Esmer Stories number 6, don't you worry. Cute's videos were just full of so much charm and production quality that was rare for PlushCon of the time, with so many really well done shots and scenes and funny moments that still hold up to this day, in my opinion at least. Now that's how you do a CMB.
Where did this Christmas tree come from?
I feel like they're the perfect example of quality over quantity, given how they don't even have 70 public plush videos on their channel, but each one of them, even the older stuff, is really funny or at least memorable in its own right, whereas their biggest contemporary is a guy who only beats off on his own grave harder and harder every video. What the fuck kind of announcement? Why did I write that? Still though, even if Wish could have gotten a proper series conclusion, I've moved on, and I'm still happy with everything they did and gave to us. I'll always look back on CMB fondly, and I hope its two creators can do the same thing and feel proud of what they created and accomplished. Okay, hi, hello there, editing Katie here. Yeah, this seems to happen to me a lot, but you know how I said there haven't really been any new updates or developments with CMB since my last video? Yeah, well, literally 2 days after I recorded that whole section, surprise, surprise, we got a fucking update. It's nothing super huge, but for some reason, just randomly out of the fucking blue, the Cute Mario Bros channel banner updated and to look like this now. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
It's still fairly similar to the original, but it's definitely noticeably different. With obviously the most obvious new addition being these two new girl characters at the bottom here, who these are, I don't know. Are they bringing that shit back? These are gonna be new characters in the videos? Is the fucking cute Luigi sisters finally be a thing? Did Kenny and Tyler transition? In all seriousness, though, like I said, we know that Ricky, Kenny, whatever, we know that he's been an animator for the past few years. So, what I think might be happening is maybe he's making his own like animated series and is using CrazyMarioBros to promote it. Whether that means like it's gonna be like episodes uploaded to the CrazyMarioBros channel or like a separate channel. He's just gonna use CMB to like advertise it. I don't know. I guess we have to wait and see. It's currently Monday, August 3rd. I'm recording this, and there's still yet to be any new updates or anything, you know, beyond this. No new uploads or community posts or anything. But I swear to God, if something else comes out while I'm making this video and I gotta update this section again, I swear I'm gonna be really fucking pissed. If the channel is coming back, though, honestly, it will probably just be Ricky by himself. I like Tyler at this point. Like, I mean, he's very clearly moved on. He's quite literally said he never wants to touch a Mario action figure again in his life. So it will probably just be Ricky, you know, which I mean, you know, throw my theory of this being like an animated like show announcement. But yeah, but like I said, I guess we have to wait and see. But honestly, I welcome more content from either of these guys any day. You know what? I bring it on. I'm excited to see where this goes. And there you have it, the Mario plush tubing Big 3. I think it's kind of interesting how all of their stories have like ended in very opposite ways of each other, with Richie still being around just more casually, it seems, cute ending things on their own terms and going out with their heads held high, and Crazy being more or less forced off the platform. Either way though, these guys have all, for better or for worse, contributed to shaping the plush community into what it is today, and were parts of a lot of people's childhoods, which I think is a really special thing. Rounding out this video, I get it was probably very all over the place tonally, but hey, I still hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun covering 3 really great channels, and also CrazyMarioBros.
No, not you, Seamus.
I do really enjoy doing these sorts of videos, so expect more of them probably, although I am kind of running out of channels to cover. So hey, if there's anyone specific you'd let me see me talk about, y'all maybe leave a comment down below, a suggestion. Alright, that's about it now, but bye.
It's me, Mario. I'm the best, don't you see? There's nothing better in this world except spaghetti. You think you got the grooves of Mario's moves? I'm sorry, but you don't even compare with my man boobs.
Guys, stop being so ridiculous. You guys can't like that. No, we're male.
Wow! It's happening! It's happening!